The Stranger and the Poor Man.
Once there was a poor man who used to sell fruits daily, and in this way he used to earn some money. Somehow he was being able to manage his family. Even some days he could not arrange the food for his family. However, in this way life was going on. This poor man and his wife were very pious. They used to worship God daily. Every day, some fruits they used to offer God with flowers. They were the greatest devotees of Almighty God. But the wife was sad, as their earning was so less that they could not arrange the proper food for their 2 children. Somehow, they were maintaining their lives. But one day, a devastating flood occurred. Everything had been flooded. He did not get any vegetables and fruits to sell. Lots of villagers and animals died. The situation became worse day by day. The man could not understand what had to do. He was thinking about God. One night, silently, he went to that temple to pray to God when all his family members slept. He was crying for his conditions as well as for all villagers. He was thinking that how happy they were on those days before the flood came. Children used to play every day in the playground. Old people used to tell stories to younger people, and everything had stopped within a few days. Only silence existed there, just like a death valley. He was very depressed and frustrated. He absorbed in deepest thoughts. He was sitting on the temple's floor and watching God's face. He felt that God's eyes were brightening and it was merciful. He was crying and praying to save all to God. He did not know how many times he was sitting and praying. Suddenly, he heard a voice from far. "My dear friend," he's surprised because it was the night time and the total village was flooded. Snakes were available here and there. So who will come out now? And most importantly, it was started to rain heavily again. He looked back, but first he could not see anybody. With utter surprise, suddenly he saw the candlelight. A man he never had seen. Stranger. He had no courage to ask who he was. He gazed and gazed. The man's face was not clear, just like a shadow with bright light. It looked like an angel. He called the poor man with a soft voice. "My dear friend, come here. You need to go back home now." The man did not tell anything and started to walk with him. And the stranger left him to his house. The poor man felt that the whole way he came magically. He even did not face any trouble. The stranger told him, "Don't worry, your God will save you all." Surprisingly, the next morning, the flooded water got down towards the river. Birds started to sing. People came out from the highland. They saw that their house became as same as it was. "Miracle! Miracle!" the man shouted and cried. The stranger was God himself. He understood the miracle can be happened by God only. So in all worst situations, we have to keep faith in God. It's God's word. And we are God's children. He must save us. Only pray to Him from your heart. He listens and He always takes care. You must get a positive response. God is everything and omnipresence. Here the poor man depended on God. And when anyone does his works or task and sacrifices his or her task to Almighty, God responds. Only God can save us in any situation, as He is our actual friend. We need to keep frank patience, just like the poor man.
Please subscribe, like and share.